Hey, hello and welcome back everyone after a long time. Welcome to this detailed guide on MEG-01 British Poetry, one of the most fascinating and foundational papers in the IGNOU MA English program. If you love poetry or want to understand how English literature evolved from the medieval times to modern age, this paper is your gateway. So without any further wait, let's explore what MEG-01 is all about, its poets, its themes, and how it helps you build a strong base in literary history. Now, move to the section number 1 of this video. What is MEG-01 all about? MEG-01 is titled British Poetry, and it keeps us on a journey through the history of English poetry from Chaucer to T.S. Eliot. It's not just about reading poems, it's about understanding how poetry changed over time, what social and cultural forces shaped it, and how each poet represents their age through words. You will move through different ages of English literature such as the medieval period, the Renaissance, the Neoclassical age, the Romantic age, the Victorian era, and the modern age. Each age has its own poetic voice and mood, and MEG-01 introduces you to all of them beautifully. Now let's explore the structure of paper. The MEG-01 courses is divided into 5 blocks, each focusing on different poets and time periods. Here are simple breakdown. Block number 1, medieval and Renaissance poetry. We will start with the roots of English poetry. Geoffrey Chaucer, the prologue of the Canterbury Tales, the father of English poetry who gave life to everyday English and realistic characters. John Donne, the metaphysical poet, deep, witty and philosophical, exploring love, death and faith in a unique style. This block sets in the tone showing how English poetry began to explore human emotions and experiences. Now move to the another block number 2, Neoclassical poetry. Now we enter the age of the reasons and satire. John Milton, Paradise Lost, Book 1, the grand biblical epic and the fall of Satan and the rebellion against God. Alexander Pope, The Rape of the Lock, a mock epic that blends humor and criticism of the high society vanity. This block focuses on order, reason, balance, and wit poetry that reflects control and intellect rather than emotion. Block number 3, the Romantic Age, time for emotions, imagination, and nature. Here you will study the poets who reacted against industrial life and celebrated human feelings. William Wordsworth, Tintern Abbey, Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Kabul Khan, John Keats, Ode on a Grecian Urn. Romantic poets believed that poetry should come from deep emotions and a connection with the nature and imagination. This block is poetic, emotional, and very personal, one of the most loved sections of MEG-01. Now move to the block number 4, the Victorian Age. Now poetry becomes more reflective and social. The Victorian lived in an age of science, doubts, and changes. Alfred Lord Tennyson, Ulysses, Robert Browning, My Last Duchess, Matthew Arnold, Dover Beach. These poets talks about faith, morality, and struggles of the human mind in a changing world. You will notice a shift from personal emotions to social questions, from what I feel to what the world is becoming. Now move to the block number 5, the modern age. Finally, poetry enters the 20th century and everything changes. Y.B. Yeats, The Second Coming, T.S. Eliot, The Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock. Modern poetry breaks traditional rules, experiments with styles, and shows the fragmented world after wars and industrialization. The focus is now on confusion, isolation, and the search for meaning in modern life. Now move to the section number 3 of this video, what you will learn from MEG-01. By the end of this paper, or by the end of MEG-01, you will understand how English poetry evolved over 600 plus years, the major poetic movements from metaphysical to modernist, the poetic devices, imaginary rhythm, and symbolism used by great poets, how each poet reflected their historical and social context, and most importantly, how to analyze and interpret poetry with confidence. You will start seeing poetry not just as verses, but as mirrors of human thoughts and culture. Now move to the another section of this video, section number 4, how to study MEG-01 effectively. Here are some few tips. Number 1. Read the original poems at least once, aloud if possible. Poetry lives in sound. Number 2. Understand the background. Every poet belongs to a specific age or moment. Number 3. Use IGNOU guides and summaries to clarify meanings. Number 4. Prepare short notes, main themes, imaginary symbols, and tone. Number 5. Practice past year questions to see how concepts are asked in exam. Bonus tips: try connecting poems emotionally. What do they make you feel? That's where true understanding begins. Number 5. Why MEG-01 is important. This paper forms the foundation of your MA English journey. It gives you the historical timeline, literary background, and analytical tools needed for later papers like MEG-02, MEG-3, or MEG-5. Without MEG-1, the rest of literature feels like scattered pieces. It ties everything together through the poetic evolutions of English thoughts. So that's MEG-1 British Poet, a journey through the minds and hearts of the greatest poets in the English history, from Chaucer's storytellings to Eliot's modern despair. This paper helps you travel through centuries of human imaginations, learning how poetry has always tried to make sense of life, love, God, and time. If you approach it with curiosity, MEG-1 won't feel like an exam. It will feel like discovering the soul of English literature itself. So that's it from the MEG-1 overview of this video. If you like this video, so please comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.